Listen up, this is not a drill. We're talking code red. A 5-alarm fire is tearing through the world of work, and the way we think about jobs is about to be completely torn down and rebuilt right in front of our eyes. If you want the cold, hard truth about the massive storm of artificial intelligence heading our way, buckle up. This isn't just a slow change. It's speeding up, day by day, hour by hour, and we can't afford to ignore it anymore. For years, we've thought about jobs like climbing a ladder, each step bringing us closer to success. But what if the steps just vanish? What if that ladder disappears? Right now, big tech companies, the ones who build and break the future, are racing to create smarter, faster, and way more powerful AI. And while names like OpenAI and Google keep showing us what AI can do, a powerful voice has stepped forward from inside the world of AI itself. That voice is Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, one of the most respected AI companies on Earth. And what he's saying should make everyone nervous. From his office in San Francisco, Amodei isn't sugarcoating anything. He's not giving us false hope. He's saying it straight. AI, the same thing he's helping build, is coming to wipe out as much as half of all entry-level office jobs. That's not science fiction. That's not decades away. He's talking about right now, within the next 1 to 5 years. Unemployment could hit 10 to 20%. That's not just a bump in the road. That's a crisis. He calls it a white-collar bloodbath. The jobs at risk aren't just any jobs. They're jobs in tech, finance, law, and business consulting. The kind of jobs young people just starting out are trying to get. So why would the guy helping create this stuff be warning us about it? Amodei says he feels a deep responsibility. He's trying to wake people up, wake the government up, before it's too late. His message is urgent. We need to stop pretending this isn't happening. We need to stop telling ourselves it's all going to be fine. The scariest part? Almost no one is really listening. Amodei says lawmakers don't get it. CEOs are staying quiet, maybe because they're scared, maybe because they don't want to admit what's coming. And regular people? They don't even know what's about to hit them. It sounds crazy, and people just don't believe it, he said. That disbelief, that's the most dangerous part of all. Even in politics, people are starting to take notice. While Donald Trump hasn't said much yet about AI and jobs, Steve Bannon, one of his top strategists, says this will be a huge issue in the 2028 election. He thinks AI taking jobs will be one of the biggest things voters care about, especially since it's targeting the jobs young workers need to get started. Amodei's words carry extra weight because he just helped launch Claude 4, one of the most advanced AI models yet. This thing can write code like a human. He says AI might help solve huge problems, like curing cancer or fixing the economy. But at what cost? In the same breath, he admits 20% of people might be out of work. It's a strange future, one filled with amazing breakthroughs and devastating losses. We, the ones making this technology, he says, have to be honest about what's coming. What makes this different from past tech changes is how fast it's happening. Amodei says we're moving from a world where AI helps people with tasks to a world where AI just takes over and does the whole job. It's going to happen in a small amount of time, he warns. A couple of years or less. Here's what he and others are seeing. First, AI keeps getting better. Fast. Companies like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic are building models that are already better than people at many jobs. And they're improving every single week. Second, the US government, mostly silent, either too scared to act or afraid of falling behind countries like China. Third, most Americans, they don't know what's going on. They're focused on daily life and haven't seen how serious this is. And finally, when companies realize how much money they can save using AI instead of people, they'll act fast. Job openings will vanish. Positions won't be refilled. AI will quietly replace humans. And by the time the public realizes it, it could already be too late. The big turning point? It's called agentic AI. This isn't just chatbots giving answers. This is AI that takes action. AI that can write code, do research, help customers, plan marketing, and more, all by itself. These agents are being built right now by hundreds of companies in a massive race to be first. So who's in the danger zone? Entry-level workers, young software developers, replaced by AI that writes code in seconds, junior paralegals, replaced by AI that reads and understands legal documents in minutes. Retail workers? Many are already being replaced by smart systems and chatbots. Anish Raman from LinkedIn even warned that AI is breaking the first steps on the career ladder, leaving a whole generation with no way to climb up. And again, it's happening fast. Amode says this shift could take just a couple of years. Mark Zuckerberg even told Joe Rogan earlier this year that by 2025, AI could do the work of a mid-level engineer. That same month, Meta laid off 5% of its workforce, a sign of what's to come. We're talking about tens of millions of jobs possibly gone. Unemployment could spike to 20%. That's not just a rough time. That's a major worldwide shakeup. What's driving this AI tidal wave? It's not magic. It's the non-stop push by big companies to be faster, cheaper, and more profitable. Every single one of them, CEOs, says Dario Amodei, painting a bleak picture of what's happening in top-level meetings, is working hard to figure out when and how AI can replace human workers at scale. And once AI becomes just as good as a person at any job, companies won't wait. The switch will be fast, harsh, and unstoppable. And it's already happening. The ground is shaking. Microsoft just laid off 6,000 workers, many of them engineers. Walmart is cutting 1,500 corporate jobs, calling it operational simplification, which really means getting ready for AI. Cybersecurity company CrowdStrike slashed 500 jobs, saying AI is now changing everything. And then there are the quiet moves, the behind-the-scenes talks where hiring is frozen, job openings are left empty, and AI tools are quietly tested to replace people. At Axios, a news company, managers now have to prove why a job can't be done by AI before they're allowed to hire someone new. Automation's shadow is growing. What could come next is shocking. We might see one of the biggest wealth gaps in history. The companies building AI, the businesses using it, and the smart investors jumping in early. They might become incredibly rich. But for millions of others, it could become difficult to really contribute, Amodei warns. And he's not being dramatic. He's being honest. That's really bad. He explains that democracy works when everyday people have power. Power that comes from creating value, from having jobs. If we lose that, things become kind of scary. Inequality becomes scary. And I'm worried about it, he admits. It's normal to think this is just doom and gloom. To say, come on, this sounds like a sci-fi movie. But Amodei's not playing games. His words are like a sharp wake-up call. This isn't 100 years away. It's already starting. Some people try to be hopeful. OpenAI's Sam Altman likes to say we'll find new jobs in the future, just like we did after old jobs went away, like how the lamplighter disappeared when electric lights took over. But Amodei says this time is different. AI is moving faster than anything we've seen before. Most people still think of AI as just chatbots or smart search engines. But today's AI can already do things like summarizing reports, checking legal documents, and even helping with medical advice. The idea that it won't affect me, that's not just wrong. It's dangerous. Amodei doesn't call himself a doomsayer. He says he's a truth teller. He's not just pointing to a massive iceberg ahead. He's begging us to turn the wheel now, even just a little to avoid disaster. His plan starts with something he calls shock therapy. The first step? Warn people. Be loud. Be honest. Amodei wants the government and other AI companies to stop pretending this isn't happening. That's why he helped create the Anthropic Economic Index, a new tool that tracks how AI is being used in different jobs. He hopes it'll start serious conversations and force companies to share more data. Then he says we need to hit the brakes. Not stop AI completely, but slow down the job cuts. Focus on how AI can help people, not replace them right away. That way, workers might have a chance to learn new skills and adjust before it's too late. CEOs, he says, have a huge duty here, to learn what's coming and teach their teams. If AI wipes out millions of jobs, who gets left behind and who takes control? Are we sleepwalking into disaster? Hit like, subscribe, and tell us, do you think we're ready for what's coming next?